Magie des 50e.
The magic of the 50th. Bye now. A tonic sunset in the Pacific along with Éric Bellion, one of the fastest competitors in the fleet over the last 24 hours. Ninth in the ranking, the Comme Solom skipper should become tomorrow evening the first freshman to cross the Cape Horn. Accomplishing an impressive second half of the Vendee Globe, Éric Bellion here explains the moment in the race when everything changed. Up until the South Seas, I was quite tense, not sailing my usual way. And at some point there was a huge depression in the Indian Ocean and I decided to go and get it. That's when it all clicked. I went at it full blast and found the pleasure of sailing again. Reaching under Jenniker with the boat underwater, water streaming on the deck, and me happy as can be telling myself, that's it, I'm in the adventure now.
Je rentre dans l'aventure.
Éric Bellion is about 80 miles ahead of Conrad Coleman. The New Zealander, another revelation of this Vendee Globe, has finally caught on after having been through difficult times.
I've been smacked by huge storms here, really powerful depressions. I've had my two most valuable sails just rip themselves to shreds in this craziness and almost taken with it the mast. But as you can see here, we're still here, the mast is there, the main is intact, and I'm sailing with the small jib, and I'm just thankful to still be in the race.
At the forefront, weather conditions are still complicated for Armand Leclerc and Alex Thompson. At the 3 p.m. ranking, the gap between the leader and the Welsh was over 100 miles, but at midday, the Breton chap we got to speak to over the phone seemed somehow disconcerted. Nothing is simple. Here, we're in a really abnormal situation, which is quite surprising. I'm a bit beyond my competences where weather forecast is concerned, which isn't helping much. Then again, it's more mentally that things aren't easy to cope with, because yesterday, I really thought I was out of the doldrums. But not at all, finally. And if ever things went more in Alex's favor, it would be hard to swallow for me. Because we thought we'd each be slowed down in turn. Well, that's the way it goes.
For more than 60 years, Britain's top yachting awards have been presented to the country's finest sailors. Past winners include the likes of Sir Van Ainsley, Sir Robin Knox-Johnson and Dame Ellen MacArthur.
The winner of the Boats.com YJA Young Sailor of the Year for 2016 is Elliot Cusick.
I'm really happy. I'm friends with some of the other nominees here, so I didn't really think I was going to get it coming here today, so I'm really over the moon. I think this is going to be a confidence boost and a bit of motivation to push to the front of the youth fleet.
15-year-old Elliot Cusick won the hotly contested 2016 Topper World Championships. 200 boats took part in Ireland, and Elliot eventually took the title after a 7-way battle for top spot. He also won the Topper Southern Area Championships for an unprecedented 5th year in a row.
The winner of the Boats.com YJA Yachtsman of the Year for 2016 is Gavin Reid.
I didn't really think much about winning the actual award itself, so it just it's certainly one of the best days of my life, and I'm completely honoured to win such an amazing award with so many famous names on it. Winning something like this has given me even more motivation to go out and achieve what I want to do, which is sail for a career.
Clipper race sailor Gavin Reed, a crewman aboard Mission Performance, swam mid-ocean to a stricken yacht that had a crewman trapped at the top of its mast. The 28-year-old, who is profoundly deaf, climbed the mast single-handed, untangled the rigging and helped lower the crewman to safety. This impressive feat of bravery and seamanship won him yachting's top award ahead of Olympic gold medalists and record-breaking yachtsmen.
Pantaenius Yacht Insurance presents Skip Novak Storm Sailing.
Welcome to Yachting World's Heavy Weather Seamanship Series, produced in association with Pantaenius Yacht Insurance. We're approaching an anchorage in very windy conditions, and Skip Novak is going to talk you through some special techniques for anchoring. Well, we're only 10 miles from Cape Horn, down to the south there, and it's predicted to blow quite strong tonight. They're expecting 40 sustained, gusting up to 50, 55. So we've obviously got to get tacked down somewhere. And there's a lovely anchorage we're coming into now called Couta Boats. And it's a great place to anchor in a blow because the land is quite flat. You don't want to anchor next to high ground where you get vertical winds. And the bottom is very regular, very level and sandy, so it should be good holding. So we're going to come up here and drop the hook here. Now, ground tackle wise, I'm a firm believer in single anchor, oversized gear. I've got one CQR, 105-pound CQR on the bow, 100 meters of 12-millimeter chain. Got a couple spare anchors as well, a Danforth and a Fisherman, but rarely used. I really don't believe in this double anchor technique or anchors in line, etc. Those are really knuckle crunchers, can be dangerous to deploy, dangerous to recover. Better on a cruising boat, you know, sacrifice 20 kilos, 30 kilos of weight and get proper heavy gear. Drop it one time. And we're going to come up here now, try to find 10 meters and drop and probably put 60 meters of chain out. One other thing, mistake I find quite frequently is people come in from offshore, they drop the main, take the halyard off, even put the sail cover on, virtually de-rig the boat. In a situation like this, if something happened, if I lost the engine right now and I'm too deep to anchor at this point in time, I'd have to sail myself out of here. So I'm going to keep the boat rigged and ready to go. I'm going to keep the halyard on the main, minimum amount of sail ties on the thing, sheets on the winches, furling lines ready to roll, and people ready to deploy the sails, spin around, and sail myself out of here and then sort the engine out later. So that's very, very important. So we're going to come up here and find 10 meters. Bertie's going to drop the anchor forward. Okay, we're going to come up here and obviously stop the boat, drop the anchor, try to back up, but in this wind, the wind's just going to take the bow, which is fine, and you want to sort of pay out your chain. You don't want to dump the whole thing on top of itself. That's going to happen quite quickly because we're going to go backwards very fast here. Okay, Bertie? Okay, there goes the anchor. Got 9 meters of water, perfect. Motoring in reverse. The wind's taking the bow, there we go, we're skewed. Just put it in neutral now, let the boat drift back. Okay, we got 30 meters out. Gonna block it at 30 meters, let the boat straighten out a bit, and then drop another 30 off. It's blowing. Yeah, there we go. Now she's grabbed now. Boat's swinging to the wind again. Drop off another 20. Call it 60, and we should be fine there. Okay, block it again. Let's let her snatch again. We should hold fine here. Big gust. What do we got on the clock there? 35, 37 knots now. Okay, we're just going to watch and take a few transits now on the land and just see if we're dragging. There's no point in trying to put it in reverse. We've got plenty of pressure, 30-ton boats pulling on the anchor. Just settle down here and see if she grabs, and then the next stage is to put the anchor snubber on up forward. What we're going to do here now is put the anchor snubber on. It's a big piece of nylon. You want nylon for the stretch, and this is going to take the shock load out of the anchor chain, because otherwise we've got a metal-to-metal contact on the bow roller, and it can be quite uncomfortable. So we've got a big claw here on the chain that grabs the chain, and then Bertie's going to ease the chain out, and we're going to put this loop on this bit and then take the weight of the boat on that, obviously with the chain backing it up on the windlass, okay? So Bertie, go ahead and let her go. Okay, down. Okay. Okay, then we pay out some chain. Give the chain plenty of slack so the chain doesn't hit the side of the boat. Fish that out over the edge. That's great, I think that's enough. And then we'll take a safety turn around the bit as well, so nothing can get away, and there's no load on the anchor windlass itself, very important. So I think we're pretty secure for the night. Go down and have a cup of tea. Well, it's time to up anchor now. We've had a pretty tough night. We had 50 knots plus in the gusts. So I suspect this anchor is going to be well set. It's a very good bottom here, sandy bottom, so may have to demonstrate a technique how to break it out. So I'm at 60 meters of chain now. I'm going to start bringing up the anchor. And rather than do it by the windlass pulling the boat up to the anchor, we're going to motor the boat slowly ahead to take the load off the equipment here. So I'm going to just signal to Dave to slowly. That's red and white, 50 meters. And we got no load on the system. The chain is basically slack because the boat's driving ahead up to the anchor. Here we got blue coming up now. That's 40 meters. I've actually got a little plate here with the color coding here, so I know exactly what I'm doing. Now you can hear now the windlass is coming under load. It's struggling now. Now we're in the chain stopper now, so we're going to slowly drive the boat over the anchor and try to use the weight of the boat to snatch it off the bottom, okay? That's coming tight now. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's broken free. Hold that. I'm going to take this out of the stopper again. Just see if she'll lift now free and easy. So what you don't want to do, you don't want to put load on the windlass and shear the keyway. That would be a disaster. We should be up off the bottom now. Here she comes. That's it. All set.
The man responsible for the resurrection of the vintage car of the sailing world, the Couta Boat, raced his own 100-year-old Muriel to handicap wins in Saturday's 35th Gant Portsea Cup, hosted by the Sorrento Sail and Couta Boat Club. Division 1 handicap and heritage honours went to Philip Muriel, the centenarian Couta Boat, takes out the Gant Portsea Cup at the Sorrento Sail and Couta Boat Club. Division 1 handicap and heritage honours went to Tim Phillips Centurion Muriel with Reece Tucker's Morning Star built in 1935 in Division 2, while Malcolm Hart's Jocelyn set up the quickest time around the course. Following Reece's win in Division 2 on Saturday, January 7, Colin Mitchell's Rapidly was second. Third went to Bernard O'Halloran's Mystify. Mystify pulled off a daring port tack start, executed perfectly until a right-hand shift foiled the skipper and he could not cross in front of the fleet.
There was no rule.
The Lade Triangle course race of 7 nautical miles is the event of the year for the popular Couta Boat class. It's the day most owners prepare methodically for and bring their best crew combination to, from Olympic gold medalists, around the world yachties, Sydney Hobart winners to everyday sailors. Also belying the class's old school facade is the ultra-modern practice of on-the-course umpiring. This sorts out the infringements as they occur rather than later in the protest room. It keeps things gentlemanly. Chief Umpire Bernie Felds and his colleagues handed out 3 penalties during the 2017 Portsea Cup, 2 of which involved Muriel and David Curry's bell. The penalty tally was 1 apiece.
Dans les prochaines 48 heures, Idexport passera le Cap Horn. Le maxi trimaran a plus de 1600 milles d'avance, pourtant, les marins ne sont pas magiciens. Pour préserver leur énergie, c'est simple, devinez. Ils dorment. Là, comme ça, en un claquement de doigts. Enfin, presque.
Alex, mon petit.
Il y a 3 bannettes, quoi. Il y a 3 étages de lits superposés. En fait, c'est pas des lits, c'est un cadre avec une toile. Celle du haut, c'est Francis qui essaie de se glisser dedans. Bon, c'est pas toujours facile parce qu'il n'y a pas beaucoup d'espace. Et comme il est hors quart, donc lui, il a sa bannette pour pouvoir s'enfiler dedans quand il veut.
Un genre de privilège pour le skipper en chef? Non, pas vraiment.
J'ai la merveilleuse couchette qui est tout en haut de la série 3, là-haut, qui est un peu casse-figure quand le bateau bouge beaucoup. Bon, je me suis habitué, ça va, c'est une bonne couchette où on peut dormir.
Sous lui, 2 autres bannettes au confort tout aussi sommaire. Elles sont utilisées en alternance en fonction des prises de quart des équipiers.
On a tous un sac de couchage perso, qui est fin, qu'on glisse dans un gros sac de couchage qui est commun. C'est épais, quoi. C'est fait pour tenir chaud.
Objectif, lâcher suffisamment prise pour s'endormir.
C'est des tranches de sommeil assez courtes, on dort par tranche de 3 heures maximum. Enfin, on a vraiment 3 heures au tout se déshabiller et puis aller se coucher et se réveiller.
En d'autres termes, durant le trophée Jules Verne, la durée des nuits rétrécit. Rien à voir avec celle que nous connaissons à terre.
Au début, on essaie de s'approprier tous les bruits, savoir essayer de percuter lequel est normal et lequel n'est pas normal, savoir comment réagissent les autres.
Ça peut sembler bizarre, mais dans le Grand Sud, là où navigue encore le trimaran en ce moment, le sommeil est moins compliqué.
Donc, quand on est au froid, on est déjà fatigué. Donc dormir, c'est facile en fait. Ça arrive tout de suite.
Au point, parfois, de s'endormir assis.
On peut dormir assis tout simplement ici, en fait, oui.
D'autres fois, au contraire, pour certaines manœuvres.
Il faut réveiller Francis. Il y a des nuits, on sait que là, c'est la nuit où il a besoin de dormir, donc là, il faut le secouer un petit peu.
Et oui, Keno ?
Ça peut prendre un peu de temps, ouais.
Ah, ok. Pour s'attaquer au trophée Jules Verne, mieux vaut être paré à toutes les possibilités. Allez, rendez-vous vendredi. D'ici là, chut, faites de beaux rêves.
Bonne nuit les petits.
Faites de bons rêves.
À bientôt.
I'm Luigi Maffioli.
I'm Rossella Maffioli and we are cousins.
And the third generation of Romeo.
Our company was founded in 1926 by a young woman, Maria Gottifredi, that was our great aunt. And she got married with Luigi Maffioli, and since that the company has been Gottifredi Maffioli, the name of the two founders, let's say.
She started actually producing some accessories for textile machinery.
For textile looms.
Yeah, because they didn't have children, so they left the company to their nephews. Actually, my father, Rossella's father, and so actually three partners for the second generation, and now we are again
three partners in the third
generation. The two of us and Alberto, our cousin. We have a lot of employees that are either in the second or third generation themselves.
Their grandparents work with us, or mother, aunt, everybody, and I think that this is a success for our company because we feel the company like a family, not just three cousins, but all are part of our family.
We can see the first generations of the founders actually
founded the company.
They founded the company, and for sure they expanded into the textile market. And probably the biggest achievement is what we still carry in our logo. Which
yes,
was
the K2.
Basically, in 1954, so the Italians attempted to conquer the K2, which was never climbed before. And they really wanted to make a special challenge with all Italian technology, and at the time nylon was a very new material, so very innovative. So they asked us to make, for the first time ever in history, climbing ropes made of that exotic material that at the time was nylon. And then we went for the big expedition.
They
succeeded to climb it. And then we treasure that because it's really the beginning of a history of innovation. It's the principle of building a rope has remained nearly the same for centuries.
But what changed a lot is the rope material.
In textiles, there's been a very big enhancement of performance. Nowadays, the materials we use have amazing properties. 12 times stronger than steel, so it's amazing. Remarkable how strong they are. The biggest part is in knowledge about what you do, and actually in 90 years of history and experience we built up a lot of knowledge about what we do. So that's the critical part. I mean, people that work in the company are way more important than our machinery.